Hello everybody, I am Peter the Book Lover, and this is Halls of 8. This is where I talk about 8 books that I recently accumulated. Let's talk about these new books. Hello everybody, Peter the Book Lover here. In these videos I like to talk about some of the new books that I acquired. Now all these books I have gotten from the free book boxes. And I really enjoy these books, man. They're great. Although I'm not a person that's greedy, there's a lot of books that I leave. I do only take the books that I really enjoy. There's a lot of times that I see copies that are nicer than the books that I have, but I leave those behind if it's a book that I already have. I usually only take books that I really don't have. Every now and then there's, like, I took a copy of Robinson Crusoe, because it was a way nicer copy, but at the same time I'm going to dig out my copy of Robinson Crusoe and put that in so I don't get greedy with these books. But yes, these are some interesting books here, and let's talk about them. Now, in this episode, there's a lot of Stephen King. But before I get into the books, I want to welcome everybody for being here. Every episode I say this. Thank you for coming here. I really appreciate your time. Now, if you're new here, I welcome you. Welcome to my channel. I hope I can entertain you while I talk about these books. And if you're coming back, I really love you being here. Thank you for coming back. I really appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you so much. And like I said, there's a lot of Stephen King here. Let's get into this. Now, the first one is The Running Man by Stephen King. Now, this is something that I've read a long time ago, and I look forward to reading this again. I also really love the movie. Richard Dawson does a fantastic performance in that movie as being a villain. Arnold Schwarzenegger does a fantastic performance as well in the movie. The movie is different than the book. I have not read this book for a long time, and I believe this was was under the name of Richard Bachman. And I really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to checking this out again. I am going to really enjoy reading this one. Now, the next book is another Stephen King, and this one is Eyes of the Dragon. Now, I have read this as well. I made a mistake. I had a hardcover copy of Eyes of the Dragon, and I actually kind of gave it away. And ever since I gave that book away, I really regretted it because I wanted to get it, I really enjoyed this story quite a bit. And plus, this is kind of connected with other stories. And I am looking forward to reading this again. I enjoyed this book quite a bit. Eyes of the Dragon. I'm looking forward to reading this once more. This isn't completely new to me, but this is something new to me because when I read this, the last time I read this was, I don't know, many years ago. So I'm looking forward to reading this again. Okay. The next one is Night Shift. Now, the thing about this book, I've actually read some of the stories in this. When I was younger, I would only read certain stories. If a story was too long, I didn't want to give it too much time. But this time I'm going to go through all the stories. The stories that I've read before, I believe Survivor Type is in this collection, and I really enjoy that. And the ones that I have read, I enjoyed quite a bit. But I have not read this whole thing, so this is going to be the first time that I read Night Shift. So I'm looking forward to reading this. Okay. Now, the next one is another Stephen King, and this is On Writing. This is nonfiction, and this is just, I guess, Stephen King giving young writers advice on how to write novels. I've heard that this is an excellent book. Cliff's Dark Gems actually highly recommends this book, and I'm looking forward to checking this out. Also, this has some inserts or part of this is written by his son, Jonah Hill. He writes under the name Jonah Hill. So I'm looking forward to, because I haven't read any of Jonah Hill's book, or Jonah Hill, or I'm not sure his son's pen name is, but he's got a son out there that's got a pen name. And I would like to read his book. He's got this book, Nosferatu, but it's like spelled like Nosferatu. And it looks pretty interesting, and one day I'm going to check out his book. But I have this, and I'm going to be reading it soon. Okay. The next one is written by William S. Burroughs. This is a book called Naked Lunch. Now, I have not read this, but this has been rated pretty high. A lot of people say this is a must-read, and I'm looking forward to reading this. This looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. I like this. I like having this, and I can't wait to get into this. Although, you never know. Sometimes I've had books that I was really excited about getting, and then they were kind of disappointing to me. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. Hopefully I will like it. Now the next one is by Shirley Jackson, and this is The Lottery and Other Stories. Now, I was at the library, and there was another copy in the library, and I read about 3 stories of this. And all 3 stories so far I really did not enjoy. Although I'm going to reread them again, and I'm going to go through this whole book. I hear the story, The Lottery, is really excellent, so I'm looking forward to reading this. Now, I did read The Haunting of Hill House, and that was a very good book. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I wish that I had that one instead of this one, but I'm looking forward to reading this. And this is a very nice copy, beautiful copy, and I'm looking forward to reading this. Okay, and the last book that I'm going to talk about is by Larry McMurtry, and this is The Streets of Laredo. And this is a book that I have read. This is a sequel to Lonesome Dove. Now, Lonesome Dove is a fantastic book, and I really loved it. And I have read this sequel, and it's amazing. I really enjoyed it, and I plan on reading this one pretty soon. I actually am going to read Lonesome Dove again because it is an amazing Western. If you have not read Lonesome Dove, I highly recommend that book. Most people will tell you that it is one of the best Westerns that you could find. Lonesome Dove. Well, not Lonesome Dove, The Streets of Laredo. As you know, these videos aren't perfect. When I was editing this video, I realized that I had 7 books instead of 8. I meant to include this book. And this book is by Dean Koontz. This is Midnight. Now, I'm not sure if I read this book or not. I can't remember. I think I have. But if I have or I haven't, I do plan on reading this again or reading it for the first time. I do enjoy Dean Koontz's books quite a bit. I recently read Watchers, and that was a very good time, and I really like his writing style. He's a very good writer, and I'm looking forward to checking this out. It's nice to have a nice hardback cover of this as well. Well, that's it for the video. I hope that we had a good time talking about these books. If you've read any of these books, please let me know what you think of them. I'd love to hear your opinion. Thank you for coming by. If you like the video, please do me a favor and hit that like button. That would really help my channel out a lot. Feed the algorithm and all that. And if you can, please do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. I really love new subscribers, and I will try to keep satisfying you as a subscriber by making new videos all the time. I usually make videos in sets of 3s. I usually do book talks where I talk about 3 books, and then movie talks where I talk about 3 movies. I like talking about movies and books because I'm a big fan of movies. And if you watch this, I'm filming a bunch of videos the same day. So this shirt, Join the Empire, I'm going to be wearing it in like 4 videos, maybe 5 videos. So this is all the same day, although I'm not going to release this video for a couple weeks. So So I will see you next time. Thanks for being here. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.